Back to my channel. Today, what we're looking at is partial fractions, decomposition. And what do we mean? What are we referring to? All right, in a simple way, let us consider having this. Let us say we have 2/3 plus maybe 1/2. Okay, and we want to make this into a single fraction. We want to come up with a common denominator. So we could multiply this by 3/3, and we multiply this by 2/2. And after doing that, we're looking at 4, 6 plus 3, 6. And after that, we do realize that we have a common denominator there, which means we could keep that denominator and we would have been adding the numerator, and this would have made it 7, right? So basically what we're looking at is an idea like this, where we're going to have a single fraction, but what in partial fractions, we're going to be splitting a single fraction into the fractions that actually produced it. For example, like in this case, right? So we're going to be taking this and we're going to be representing it like this idea, right? So that is the bottom line in what we're doing there. Take a look at this. So what we want to do here is we're going to observe our denominator, right? And our denominator is factorable. It is factorable. So we're going to be factorizing that denominator. So if we do so, what we're actually looking at is if I should take out x as the common factor, we're going to be getting x minus 1, right? So basically, we're looking at x times x minus 1, which would have been resulted in this, right? So we have two linear factors here, right? So what we're going to do is to set it up like this. So basically, we're going to have a over x plus b over x minus 1. And in so doing, as you could see, because this is a linear idea, then we have a constant on top. And so it is here because we have a linear idea of the denominator, then we have a constant on the top, all right? Now, so basically, we're going to multiply throughout. We're going to multiply throughout by the denominator, which is x into x minus 1, and then see where we go from there. So let us just do this. So we have x into x minus 1, and that will be used to multiply by negative 5x plus 4 over x into x minus 1, right? So we're doing that. Also, we're going to be doing this here the same. All right, so as you could see that we multiply throughout by this denominator here, which is x into x minus 1, and then let's do our canceling. So on the left side, it fully cancels itself. We're left with negative 5x plus 4, and this is equal to, so the x would have canceled here. So we're going to have a times x minus 1, and then the x minus 1 would have canceled here, and then we're left with plus bx. All right, so that's what we have here. So this approach that we're going to do, we're going to be substituting values for x in an effort to eliminate a and b, okay? So let us take a look at this. If I'm going to eliminate, say, a, right? If I'm going to eliminate a, then it is my intention for this part to be equal to 0, right? So if that part is going to be equal to 0, that means I need to substitute here where x is positive 1, okay? So we're going to substitute where x is positive 1 to find a first. So if x is equal to 1, then when we have negative 5x, I'm going to put positive 1, plus 4, and this is equal to a 1 minus 1. So this is our substitution there, plus b times 1. So we are substituting 1 for x in an effort for this part to become 0. So the a would have been eliminated. So let's break this down. So this is negative 5 plus 4, which is going to equal to, this is now 0 times a, which is, it is gone. So b is definitely equal to negative 1, because negative 5 plus 4 is actually negative 1. So there it is that we have a value for b. Okay, so now we're going to focus on how do we find a value for a. Okay, so if we need to find a value for a, we need to eliminate the b. We need to eliminate b, all right? So then we're seeing that if we let x be 0 here, so we're going to let x equal to 0 so that the b is gone. So let us work through that. So it's going to be negative 5 times x, but x is 0 this time, plus 4. And this is equal to a 0 minus 1 plus b times 0. Now, negative 5 times 0 is 0, so we're left with 4 on this side. Inside this parentheses, we have 0 minus negative 1 is negative 1 times a, it's negative a. And then this part becomes 0, right? So then if we do multiply everything by negative 1, then negative 4 is equal to a. So right there, you're seeing where we do find a value for a. Now, since we know that a is negative 4 and b is negative 1, then we are suggesting that negative 5x plus 4 all over x squared minus x is equal to negative 4 on the x. And then this is negative 1, so I'm just going to put the negative here. And then I'm going to put 1 over x minus 1. So basically, that's what we refer to when we say we're going to do partial fractions. And this is just the first video that I'm doing. Look out next time where we'll be looking at video number 2. Bye-bye.